Well, this Friday is Barbara LaWall's last day as serving as a Pima County Attorney, and it's a role she's had since 1996. None of your size, Rogelio Martes spoke to her about her plans for the future and the challenges that lie ahead for a new county attorney, Laura Conover.
I never anticipated the fact that the community would think of me differently because I was a woman.
Outgoing Pima County Attorney Barbara LaWall says she never believed gender to be an issue when she was first elected in 1996.
Very honestly, I was very surprised when everybody was remarking on the fact that a woman had won this particular seat.
In fact, until then, Pima County had never elected a woman to serve as county attorney before. LaWall parts with the position she served for more than 2 decades.
So now we have a panoply of rights for victims that probably is one of the very best in the entire nation.
She says she's proud of programs that started or were improved during her tenure: juvenile crime programs, drug rehab programs, and victims' rights programs. She says criminal justice was very different in 1996, especially how it prosecuted crimes like driving under the influence.
When I first came into the office, it wasn't dealt with as seriously. Now it's very, very clear to everybody that you cannot drive impaired, you will be arrested, and you will be prosecuted, and if you do it repeatedly, you're going to prison.
The January 8th shooting presented a challenge to her tenure as county attorney.
That was probably the most shocking, horrifying day of my entire life, let alone the time that I've been the county attorney.
Jared Loeffner was prosecuted on federal charges in that shooting. LaWall says she wishes she could have seen a change how state law treats criminals like him in Arizona, where they can be designated as restored and allowed to return to society.
If he ever becomes, quote, restorable, then he's going to serve whatever prison term he would have served for those murders that he committed. In the state of Arizona, that does not exist.
She says the killing of George Floyd and nationwide protests about criminal justice reform did have some impact on prosecuting officer-involved cases in Pima County.
I think we gave greater consideration and more thought to decisions that we had to make after that. But it didn't change the way in which those decisions are made. We still examine what the law is and what the facts are in this particular case.
LaWall says the crime rate was high before she was elected, low or steady while she served, and fearful it could rise again.
You'll see the pendulum swing back the other way if a lot of the criminal justice reform changes a lot of what goes on.
On the subject of her successor, LaWall says she has spoken to Laura Conover. Have you told her anything about the position or the job or the office or the county or anything involving what she's about to get into, let's say?
Yes, I think she's about to have her eyes wide open.
She stopped short of offering her opinion on Conover's approach to prosecution.
She's got her own philosophy, her own policies, and she's going to be quite different than Barbara LaWall. We'll just leave it at that.
LaWall says she'll take some time off, then look forward to visiting family across the country after the pandemic. Rogelio Martes, KGUN 9, on your side.